Hi children, in today's lesson I am going to try to explain algebraic expressions. Now, the most important question here is the following. What is an algebraic expression? An algebraic expression is a combination of terms by the operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and so on. Now let's repeat it. An algebraic expression is a combination of terms. Now I'll underline the word term here. Term. By the operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and so on. An algebraic expression is formed by a single term or by a group of terms. So here the second question will come. What are terms in an expression? A term can be a number, a variable, product of two or more variables, or product of a number and a variable. Now I'll write for you an algebraic expression. Let's start from the simplest one. It means an algebraic expression having only one term. For example, 3 times x. Now here I have an algebraic expression having only one term, 3x. It means 3 times x. Now here, as you see, 3x is an algebraic expression which is the product of a number and a variable. Now here 3 is the number and x is the variable. The other example, 10 times x times y. Now I have here two variables, x and y, and a number. And the algebraic expression 10xy, it means 10 times x times y. The production of 10, x, and y includes. Now 10 is the number, x and y are the variables. Now in these two examples, we have algebraic expressions having only one term. Now let's give another example having more than one variable. 3x plus 10 times x times y. Now, as you see, I used here these two algebraic expressions to make another one. I put up plus sign between them. 3x plus 10 times x times y is an algebraic expression having two terms. Now we may give more than these examples for an algebraic expression. Now let's continue with the next page and see another question, or the explanation of 3x, sorry. Now let's explain the meaning of 3 times x. Now this is the multiplication, you know. From our previous lessons, we know the meaning of this multiplication. It means 3 times x, x plus x plus x. Now I have 3 x's here in addition operation. The meaning of 3x is this. The third question. What are the factors of a term? The numbers or variables which are multiplied to form a term are called its factors. For example, 7 times x times y is a term with factors 7, x, and y. Now let's continue with another example. Minus 2 times a times y times x. Now this is another example, and for this example the factors are minus 2, a, y, and x. These are the factors. Factors of this algebraic expression. In the first question, 7, x, and y are the factors of this algebraic expression. It's to be noted here that terms add up to form the expression. Say there is a term 10 times a times x, which is the product of 10, a, and x. And there is another example or another term minus 4 times z, which is the product of minus 4 and z. On adding them up, I'll get 10 times a times x plus minus 4 times z. It means 10 times a times x minus 4 times z. I reached to another algebraic expression having two terms. Now we explained the meaning of factors in this page. Now let's continue with the next page and with another example. Another question. The fourth question. What is coefficient in an expression? A coefficient is a number that's written along with a variable. It's multiplied by the variable. In other words, a coefficient is the numerical factor of a term containing constant and variables. For example, in the term 2 times x, 2 times x, 2 is the coefficient of x. 2 is the coefficient of x. Another one, minus 3 times a. Minus 3 times a is an example of an algebraic expression, and minus 3 is the coefficient of a. Minus 3 is the coefficient of a. I think you understood the meaning of coefficient. Now let's write an algebraic expression having more than one variable. 5 times a minus 3 times b plus 7 times z. Now here we have an example having 3 terms. What are the coefficients in this example? Now we have 3 terms. It means we have 3 coefficients. Here for the first term, 5 times a, 5 is the coefficient of a. So the first coefficient of this expression here is 5. And let's come to the second expression in term. On the second term, minus 3 is the coefficient of b. The term is minus 3 times b. It means minus 3 is the coefficient of b. Minus 3 is the second coefficient in this expression. And for the term 7 times z, 7 is the coefficient of z. The third coefficient of this algebraic expression is plus 7. That's all. Now we may continue with more examples on coefficients. Now minus 5 times a times b. This is another example. This is algebraic expression and minus 5 is its coefficient. Coefficient of a times b. When there is no numerical factor in a term, its coefficient is taken as plus 1. For example, in the term x times y. Now x times y is also an algebraic expression. There is no numerical factor here. It means the coefficient of this algebraic expression is plus 1. Now let's write its coefficient. Plus 1 is the coefficient of x times y. Another example, minus x. I have a minus sign in front of x here. Minus x is a simple algebraic expression here again. It means, minus x means minus 1 times x. So, what does it mean? It means minus 1 is the coefficient of x. Minus 1 is the coefficient of x. Now let's finish the lesson with the last question. The question is this: determine variables, terms, and coefficients of the algebraic expression. Seven x plus 3y and minus 4. Now here, if you concentrate on this algebraic expression, you will get a numerical value only here at the end of the algebraic expression, which is minus 4. Minus 4 doesn't have any letter, only a number, and doesn't change its value. Now, first let's start from the variables of this algebraic expression. Variables are x and y. Variables x and y. Terms are 7x, 3y, and minus 4. Minus 4 is also a term. It's constant, am I right? Now, so let's write the constant of this expression. The constant here is minus 4. It has no letter. And coefficients. The coefficient of x is 7 and the coefficient of y is 3. So 7 and 3 are the coefficients of this algebraic expression. Now this was our last example for this lesson, and today's lesson is over with this question. So hope to see you soon. Bye.